Hello, crew. How are you today? So, did you hear Clubhouse crashed today? Their servers crashed today. They are back up and running. So, I want to share with you a little bit about that, what it means, a little bit about, just all things Clubhouse, really, because you absolutely want to have this on your radar. If you're an Android user, don't go anywhere. The best thing you can do is prime yourself with as much information as you can to jump on the platform and have somebody already lined up, ready to go, that's already on the platform to invite you in and be ahead of the game with all the other Android users. So I'm going to share with you basically 6 tips today. So I suggest you write these down. Those of you that don't even know what Clubhouse is, I'll explain that. Whether you have the kind of mindset that, another platform, like I can't even keep up with Facebook or Instagram, like I just don't have the bandwidth to look at something new. I really want you to listen to this discussion today. So I'm hoping this will be helpful to you guys. It could give you an opportunity to diversify, maybe not. You got to work out what's right for you. There is no one perfect answer as to whether you should be on this platform or not, but I'm going to give you my thoughts and my point of view in this live video today. Okay, so again, Android users who are not allowed on the platform at the moment. It's not that far away from what I believe. So please prime yourself with information and make sure you're ahead of the game. So when you can get in, it's something that you can jump on and you know what you're doing straight away. Okay, so I'll get onto that in a moment. I hope you're all doing really well. Couple of reminders, those of you that are in my 21st round of Build Your Brand course. So it's the 21st time that I've delivered that course. We have our very first live Zoom call in just under an hour for Group 21. So look forward to seeing what you guys have come up with and working with you and developing your brands over the next few weeks. So there's that. Those of you that were on the previous round of the video challenge, even if you weren't, please make sure you show up with me tomorrow, because the winner of our previous 14-day challenge, Ed McDonald, is going to be on live with me here tomorrow. So I'm going to interview him. We're going to, hear from him and his experience. So please show your support for Ed and show up tomorrow with me live and him live, so we can hear what he has to say. So congratulations again to all the people that placed in the video challenge. You may not have been aware, but the people that came in first, second, and equal third all got cash prizes. So that's what you might have available to you if you achieve, something in the next video challenge. So just a bit of a heads up, it'll be early May for those of you that want to get primed for that. So I'll give you the specific dates as we get closer to the time. So make sure you show up with me live tomorrow. For those of you in my coaching community, I am diving quite deep into Clubhouse this week on your exclusive weekly training. I'm going to show you screenshots. So even those of you that are Android users and you don't even know what it looks like, I'll show you screenshots and run through everything with you and give you some great strategies as to how you can use it if you want to. Anyone that would like to join the cool kids in the coaching community, the link is up above. It's a very small investment for me to give you weekly training, practical social media training. I give you a weekly done for you engagement post, a weekly done for you content creation idea to help you with all things social media and speed up the results in your business. So you can join the community for $1. The details are up above if you want to check those out. So quick hellos to a few people who have we got here. Hello, Yvette. Hello, Cherie. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Olive. How are you? Who was on Clubhouse Live with me this morning? Well, it's my morning. Sorry, I shouldn't refer to morning because some of your time zones are definitely not morning. But who was on with me on Clubhouse earlier today? Let me know. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Who's avoiding Clubhouse? Can I just ask that? Hey, Jen, good to see you on. Who's avoiding Clubhouse? Like, be honest. Who's avoiding it because you don't want to get distracted by it, or you just don't know anything about it, so you're burying your head in the sand, or you're worried that it's just another platform that you're going to get distracted by and you're really busy with life anyway? Like, I'd love to know where you sit with it. Those of you that are on it, do you love it? Just share your thoughts with me regarding where you're sitting currently. Those of you that are Android users, just let me know that as well. I'd love to know how many of you are out there that still can't get on the platform. I'd just love to know where your thoughts are around this new platform. Hello, Christine. How are you? Crystal's one of our live members. Hello, Beth. Good to see you on. Apparently, you can get on an iPad. Apparently, you can get on an iPad if you don't have an iPhone. That is correct, Jen. That is the way that a lot of Android users are getting around it, is if they have an iPad. Some people have even gone out and deliberately bought an iPad, because you can get on Clubhouse via an iPad if you're an Android user on a phone. That's what a lot of people have done to get around it. Hello, Donna. Great to see you on. We've got Hero here as well. Doing fantastic. Awesome. Thank you. I will. Hello, Cindy. Great to see you here. That's how so that's how Donna's on. She's on via her iPad. We've got Debbie here as well. Laurie. Hey, Henry. How you swimming? If you're not aware, this is little Henry over here. He guards our little Palm Cove when I'm not around. Hello, Gloria. Good to see you on. We've got Karen as well. Donna was in Clubhouse with me today. Hello, Abdi. How are you? Good to see you on. Laurie was there. Beth was there. It was fantastic. Cherie was there. Yvette was there. Sonia is avoiding it. Thank you for your honesty, Sonia. I love that. I have invites if anyone wants invites. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Hero was there. Great. Not avoiding, just only have an Android. Okay, good to know. Hello, Linda. How are you? Christine loves Clubhouse. 2:07 in South Africa now. You should be sleeping, girl, but it's awesome to see you on live. Hello, Ed. So Ed's our champion that will be joining us tomorrow live here with me to talk about his experience in the video challenge. So make sure you join Ed and I tomorrow. So you're on, I missed it, but I have set notifications when you're on. Love it. Just got to keep on how long I stay on and can get soaked up. Yep. So we'll talk about that. I was making cornbread for the family, listening and taking notes. I love Clubhouse. You know what I love about it? And I'll get into all the benefits of it, is you can be doing other things and listening in. It's you know, just to share with you, those of you who's still avoiding live video, a lot of you that have been here for a while with me have learnt live video now. You may have not have when you first came across me, but, you know, we've gone through that journey together, and now you probably do regular live videos, those of you that have been here for a while. But who's honest enough to say still not really digging live video? If that's you, Clubhouse is perfect for you, because there's no visual, there's no artwork, there's no graphics, there's no posts, there's no creativity required. You don't even have to look good. You can be in your pajamas, you can be lying in bed, you can be doing whatever you're doing, you can be baking in the kitchen, you can be doing anything. So it is perfect for those of you that really don't like the visual aspect of social media. And I'll get more onto this. So only on Android. Okay, so you might have to wait a little bit. Hey, Michael, how are you? Android user, but have enough trouble keeping up with your videos and squirrel moments without adding to it. So I'm going to I want to share with you some of the benefits. You guys need to make your own evaluation as to whether you want to be there or not, but I want to give you a bit of an assessment for those of you that are avoiding it because of that, because of what just Michael said. I have enough time keeping up with stuff. I don't want to be distracted by another platform. I want to give you an evaluation around that. So Ed's on Clubhouse, but avoiding it. I always forget the time and I miss it, okay? The king is in the house, Ed. I have Clubhouse and can invite. Hey, Joanne, how are you? I'm in a book challenge to get my book edited and published. And there are people in there that are doing their very first Facebook Live, and it's incredible. Yeah, okay, great. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so if you want an advantage on something that's new, And well, just let me track for a minute here. That Clubhouse servers did go down. Okay, so I went in to edit the description because another moderator was joining us, and I couldn't because the servers were down. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? And then I went into the actual, different areas of the platform, and it said their servers were down. So what to take from that? Is there anything to panic about? There's two things I'd take from that. One, this platform is so freaking popular that it is just growing day by day by day by day by day. iPhone users, if you're not jumping on this before Android users, then you are missing a major opportunity, but you have to know how to use it properly. So keep listening, okay? The second thing, what was the second thing? So the first thing is the popularity. The second thing that is a massive reality check with any social media platform is you don't own anything that is on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, personal profile, business page, or a group, no matter where you're hanging out. None of that is yours, okay? So you can build up a massive profile everywhere, but it can all be stripped from you unless you are collecting email addresses, okay? Reality check. If a platform goes away, if you get shut down in any way, anywhere, all your followers, your connections, up in smoke, gone. Massive reality check. If you are serious about building a business online, collect email addresses, okay? If you don't know how to do that, those of you in the coaching community that have forgotten, I've got 2 boot camps in the coaching community. One is called a lead magnet boot camp and one is called an email marketing boot camp. Marry them up together, beautiful music. So it is there, the training is already there for you to action this and start building an email address if you've forgotten. Again, if you want to join us in the coaching community, the link is above. You can get in for $1. Okay, so that's also another massive reality check, guys, in that you don't own anything on your social media. So what are you doing to protect yourself? Those of you doing live videos, if you're giving away valuable content, are you downloading your videos and uploading them to YouTube as a protection measure? If YouTube disappears, that doesn't solve that problem. But if you're downloading them, you're probably storing them somewhere anyway. Okay, so important to remember that any social media platform you're on, you don't own the network that you have created around it. Okay, but the amount Clubhouse is growing should give you an indication. Maybe I should have a look at this. Maybe I should start paying attention, because if you're an early adopter, you get rewarded. Okay, so don't bury your head in your sand and ignore it. And I don't say this about many platforms. I'm still not active on TikTok or Reels and all those kind of things because it requires a lot. Well, it's not a lot of effort, admittingly, but Clubhouse, you can go into a room and you just speak. There is no effort on your behalf other than turning up, downloading the app, turning up, listening and talking. That is it, guys. So if you're avoiding it because you think you're going to get distracted by it, you just have to have some intention by it, which I'm going to sort of speak about in this video. But it is one of the simplest, absolutely simplest apps that you can network and build new connections with people that are interested in the same things that you are interested in. Take Facebook, your personal profile. It's a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of different things in their lives. A business page. Yes, Pete, you might attract people to you and hopefully they're interested in what it is that you are there for. Same with the group, but you don't really sort of know, who's who in the zoo. When you're in a room in Clubhouse, people are only listening to that room if they're interested in that topic. And you can go and network with all those people. So be an early adopter and stop burying your head in your sand and learn a little bit more about it, which I'm going to give you a little few tips here. And Android users, listen, get ahead of the game. So when they open it up, you're in there and taking advantage of it straight away, okay? Those of you in my coaching community, please join me in the training in 2 mornings time. I keep saying morning. It's my morning. It's not necessarily your morning. Not tomorrow, but the next day. Regarding, or at least catch the replay of the Clubhouse training I'm going to do for you guys and show you screenshots and give you really strategic things to follow on Clubhouse so you can take advantage of it, okay? So be an early adopter of it is what I'm recommending. The fact that it crashed today, who cares? It just shows that it's just, a very, very popular platform at the moment. I don't know how long it was down for because I was sleeping last night, so I woke up to that. It might have only been down for an hour. I've got no idea. But by the time we were on Clubhouse this morning, it was back up and running. So obviously it wasn't down too long. Okay. So again, those of you that get caught up with posting, so I don't know what to post. I'm not creative in Canva. I'm not a creative person to do quotes and stuff like that. I only really want to go live once a week. That's just your thing. That's all you're committing to do, and going live once a week. If that's you and you're sort of doing minimal, or you're worried about, content creation and all that kind of stuff, I encourage you to go and explore Clubhouse, okay? The reason that I'm encouraging you to do this is because it's so, so simple. Anybody can do it. There are people that have no real network, that are growing networks really, really fast because they're really intentional with Clubhouse. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be, obviously, if people already know your name, that helps. But there are people that have come from nowhere on Clubhouse that are now making a name for themselves just because they're showing up more often. Okay, so you have an opportunity to get into a new network and be an early adopter for not much effort than your voice. Okay, so number one though, you've got to have intention with Clubhouse because you'll get lost in it. You can sit on Clubhouse all day, every day, all night, 24 hours a day, pretty much, and listen in rooms. If that's all you're going to do, get off the platform now. Okay, and work out what your intention is, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to sit on the platform and just be one of those people that's sitting in the background and not saying anything, not contributing to this discussion, or you're in rooms that don't mean anything to you. So step one, guys, whether you're on the platform now or you're going to be on the platform soon, those the Android users, you get to choose your interests. Go and refine the interests. Even if you initially, when you got onto Clubhouse, those of you that are already there, go and revisit the interests that you actually chose and make sure they're spot on. But don't choose your interests. If you're there for business purposes, choose the interests of your target market. Not necessarily your interests, unless you want to network with people that have got similar interests to you. That's okay. But you're not there to just waste time. You're there to network with people that are in your target market. So when you're choosing your interests, when you first set up Clubhouse, choose interests that reflect the target market that you are looking for. If you don't even know what I mean by that term, your target market is your ideal prospect, the ideal people that you want to find to purchase your products and services or join you in your business opportunity. Okay, so you got to have that dialed in. That's the interest that you're going to choose, because that's what Clubhouse is putting in front of you. It kind of works the same way as Facebook with an algorithm. So when you first get into Clubhouse, they have what they call the hallway. It's called a hallway. So you got to get used to the lingo, guys. So when you first get into Clubhouse, the first screen is called a hallway, and it's showing you what's live at the time, what rooms are live at the time. So those of you that don't know anything about Clubhouse, just a quick backtrack there, voice only. No faces, no messaging, no communication other than people talking to each other. And even the people listening in the room can't even talk unless they're brought up on stage and they're unmuted. So it's not a free-for-all. It's not hundreds of people sitting in a room all with their microphones off having a big chat and wasting everybody's time. Only the people that are considered at the top of the stage, so the top of your screen, are the moderators. They're the only ones allowed to talk, unless you raise your hand and you ask to speak. And then the moderator will bring you from the bottom of the room up until the stage, the top of the room, and you can be unmuted then and say what you need to say. So it's a whole lot of people listening and some people up on the top of the stage. You would never, ever want to moderate a room on your own. This is a collaboration platform, which is amazing. Collaboration is the new competition, guys. If you're not collaborating with other people in other way, you're missing opportunities. It's beautiful to see so many leaders in this industry collaborating on Clubhouse. And people are just networking left, right, and center. This is the industry that we're in. The more you can network, the more people you can meet, the more people you're engaging with, the more messages that you can send. the more opportunity you've got to grow your business. So this is amazing for networking opportunities and collaboration, but in the right rooms with the right target market. Okay, so you do need to use it with intention, otherwise you will end up wasting a lot of time. So the first thing is choose the interest when you set up, or even if you've been there for a few weeks, go back into your interests and double check that they are reflective of your target market, not necessarily of you. You're there for business purposes. So go and choose interests where you know your target market are hanging out. Okay, that's number one. Two, when you set up Clubhouse, you set up your bio. So you put your little picture there and you put information about yourself, and you either link from a Clubhouse to Instagram or Twitter or both. You can't link to anything else. You can't direct message through the platform, although apparently that's coming. That'll be interesting. But you can only connect to individuals privately if you follow them on Instagram and direct message them there, or Twitter. Now, most people will go back to Instagram rather than Twitter. I've got a Twitter account, but I never, ever use it. So if I want to connect with somebody through Clubhouse, it'll be through actual direct messaging and Instagram. That's where people have got to go back to, and that'll be in your bio. You link your Instagram, okay? Now, your bio is really, really important, because your bio, what you think is it's all about you. Yes, to some degree, but the reason that people want to connect with you is because they find you interesting, or they might be able to learn something from you. So your first sentence will be something about you, but the rest of your bio is going to be basically what you help people with. Not just all how wonderful you are or all your achievements necessarily. It's a little bit about you, but it's mainly you want your bio to reflect what it is that you help people with. What's the reason that people would want to connect with you on Clubhouse? That's your bio. Now, for those of you on Instagram and connecting that through Clubhouse, if you're in my coaching community, go back to my Instagram bootcamp and make sure you've got your Linktree set up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Linktree is, I guess, a little piece of software that enables you to put all your links in the one spot. So Facebook personal profile, Facebook business page, Instagram handle, all the places that you're hanging out. It's one URL they can go to and they can connect with you everywhere. That should be in your Clubhouse bio. I hope you're following along. Those of you in my coaching community, if you're not following along, go and do the Instagram bootcamp. Set yourself up properly on Instagram. Okay, so this leads me to the third point with your bio is what's going on your Instagram. If you're going to use Clubhouse, what's going on your Instagram? Because that's where people are checking you out. So when you're in a room and you're all talking, your little face, there's all these little faces just popping up in this room. That's all you can see, because you can't see, well, they're not real faces. It's just your picture of faces. So whatever you've set as your profile picture, here's another hint actually. In your bio, where you put your little profile picture, make sure your profile picture is the same as your Instagram, is the same as your Facebook for the most part. Keep your branding the same. Okay. So they recognize your picture. If they've seen you on Facebook or Instagram, it may be recognizable to other people, or if they find you on Instagram, it's like, oh yeah, that's her or that's him, because the photograph is the same. Okay, so you want to do that. But if you are non-existent on Instagram, but you want to kind of go and maximize Clubhouse, just go and put some content on your Instagram and make sure your Instagram content is congruent with what you say you do on your Clubhouse bio. So I know some of you might be sitting here going, oh, that all sounds like too much hard work. It's not. It's just setting yourself up properly. And what you say you do on Clubhouse, just follow that through on Instagram. If you say you help people with health and wellness, make sure there's health and wellness posts on your Instagram. If you say that you help people, build a business online, make sure there's some content on your Instagram about helping people build a business online. If you help people with makeup strategies or fashion or insurance, finance or weight loss, make sure there's some content over on your Instagram regarding what your bio says that you do in Clubhouse, because that's where people are checking you out. So you might want to up your game in Instagram. Now, that's not hard if you've got a business page, because you can cross promote. one piece of content from your business page to Instagram, one piece of content goes out in 2 places. There's your content that's congruent with Clubhouse. Okay, coaching community members, make sure you're on my training later this week so I can pull all of this together for you. Okay, if this is sounding too much. It's not that complicated, but you've got to have this strategy behind it. Otherwise, it's not going to look very attractive to people that check you out if you're hanging out on Clubhouse, if there's absolutely nothing on your Instagram. Why would they message you? Why would they direct message you? Okay, so there's a connection there with Instagram that you want to make sure you've got, good content over there. Number 4, okay, choose rooms to listen to. So those of you that don't know anything about Clubhouse, it operates via rooms. And all that means is it's a group of people talking about a particular topic. It's a room. So the interest that I was talking about early on that you set up, when you first set up your Instagram, the interests, you will get given ideas and rooms, will pop up in your hallway. The first screen when you're in Clubhouse. Coaching community members, I'll have visuals for you in the training later this week. In the hallway, it'll pop up rooms that are relevant to the interest that you chose. So choose wisely the people that are in your target market. If you're in health and wellness, go and choose health and wellness rooms. If you want to build a business online, go and listen into rooms that are talking about building a business online. But there are people in Clubhouse that you would never, ever normally get access to that are hosting rooms all the time. People like Grant Cardone and Tony Robbins and Gary Vee and Richard Branson and, all these famous people that you can't normally get in touch with are hosting rooms, and you can pop into that room and listen to what they have to say. You can learn a lot. You can also get great content creation for your social media by listening to these experts speak about certain topics. Turn around and teach it to your audience. Like if you can't capture the vision of what's right in front of you on a silver platter from your phone just by listening and talking, you're missing the opportunity of getting on top of this as an early adopter. It's worth the time to just go and play around and, for starters, listen. But you don't want to listen too long. Where you're going to get the benefit of this is when you speak up. You have the opportunity when you're in rooms to raise your hand, if the moderator of the room allows you to. The moderator of the room will tell you that. If they're going to call for questions, they will say, if you would like something to share or you would like to ask a question, raise your hand. At the bottom of the screen, there's a little picture of a hand. You press on that and it lets the people on the stage, the moderators at the top, let them know that you want to come up on stage and share something or ask a question. You want to be that person. You want to have your heart racing because you are that nervous to ask a question. You raise your hand. No one's looking at you. You could be sweating buckets. You could have makeup all over your face. You could have bed hair sitting in bed, and you're nervous to say something, but that's where you're going to grow. Because guess what happens? When you're in a room of a whole lot of people, could be hundreds of people, you're in a room and you say something and you say something half intelligent, or you share something and everybody's suddenly looking at you. So everybody's clicking on your bio. That's how important your bio is. And then they're all following you on Instagram. So I shared with you last week, guys, that I went into a room. I just had 10 minutes to spare before I came live last week sometime. And the guy just pulled me up on stage and then asked me a question, and there was lots of people in the room. Instantly, I got more Clubhouse followers and more Instagram followers. Just because I was speaking, people are looking at my bio and connecting with me. Instant opportunity to grow your following with people you've never, ever been in front of before. Okay, I'm going to move on because I'm just conscious of the time. So choose rooms that have people in your target market and network with those people. And when you're in a room, click on everybody's bio, follow them on Instagram, send them a direct message saying, hey, I loved what you said on Clubhouse today. Connect and network with brand new people that you've never even seen before. It's a beautiful thing as far as networking goes. So this is number 5. So number 4 is choosing rooms that are in your target market. But number 5 is when you're in a room listening, and you may just listen to start with and put a time limit on yourself so you're not stuck there forever. Some people are moderating rooms for 4 hours. I'm sorry, but I'm not listening in a room for 4 hours. I'll jump on for a little bit of that time if it's a topic and it's got some influences in it that I want to listen to, but I'm not going to sit in a room for 4 hours. Okay, so you got to be very intentional with your time on it, but deliberately choose rooms that have got influences in them or a topic that you recognize, like, social media strategies for network marketers. Oh yeah, I want to get in that room, listen to what they're saying, and then be brave enough to raise your hand and ask a question. No one can see you. Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what you're wearing, and just, say something intelligent like, I really want to thank the moderators, and if somebody's leading the moderation, so somebody's name, for, sharing this room today. I've learned so much. Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you all. My question today is, or I just love to share, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you just share or you ask a question at an appropriate time, okay? But click on everyone's bios, follow all the moderators, connect with people in Instagram and direct message them and say, just connect with people that spoke. So this is what's happening in a room behind the scenes. You can't see people connecting on, clicking on your bio, but people are looking at you. Okay. But number 6, I just want to finish off with, there is definitely Clubhouse etiquette. And I'll go deeper with this with the coaching community later this week. But there's definitely Clubhouse etiquette. Don't overspeak. Don't go on and on and on and on and on about whatever it is that you want to say when there's lots of people in the room that are also trying to speak. Don't go off topic. It's not your agenda. It's contributing or asking a question of what the topic of that room is. If they open it up and say, yeah, have you got any questions about any particular topic, then go for it. But stay on agenda of what's in the room and make sure you've got some etiquette. Always thank the moderators for putting the room on and giving everybody the opportunity to listen and learn. It's not your show. Just because you get the microphone, it's not your opportunity to make yourself look better than anybody else. Shoot your own, horn type thing. It's not for that. It is one of the most respectful platforms, and I love that about it. Everybody is really quite complimentary and loving of everybody that speaks in the room, and that's what you want to continue, when you're in a room as well. But the last thing you want to do is sit in rooms and never say anything. Yes, you can learn. You can use it as a learning opportunity and take notes for your own business. So there is that side of it. If that's part of your learning journey, that's fine. But if you want to get noticed, if you want to grow your following, if you want to do some networking with people in the platform, click on people's bios, follow them on Instagram and send them a direct message and saying, hey, it's lovely to connect with you. I found you over on Clubhouse. I love what you had to say today. It's an extra thing you could build into your DMO to network with people you've never come across before. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. But again, coaching community, I've got so much more to share with you regarding how you can strategically make this work for you. But I would encourage you, if you're avoiding it, it takes you nothing. When you're doing something else, you're cooking, you're walking, you're doing something, go onto the platform and just look at your hallway. So you go into the app. I'll do it right now. Let's just finish off with this. So I'll go into my Clubhouse app. Okay, this is the hallway. There's that room happening right now. There's this room happening right now. What are they? Boss talk. Not sure what boss talk is about, but there's 1,000 people in that room at the moment. Raising up 9-figure multi-level marketing champions, authenticity and transparency. Definitely a room I could jump on right now. It's happening right now. And I could listen in for 15 or 20 minutes while I'm doing my other thing. So if you can fit it in and you can just play around with it and just listen and learn to start with, do that. Android users, you're getting ahead of the game by listening to this conversation if you're still here listening. So these are the kind of things you want to adopt and take on board to do as soon as you get access. And iPhone users, if you're not taking the advantage that you've got right now, then, I would just encourage you to second guess it because it's just so easy. What gives you the opportunity to get on a new platform, so easy to do, and gives you the opportunity to network with your exact target market right there and then, okay? Definitely food for thought, okay? Bella, I am doing a specific training on this in my coaching community, not tomorrow, but the next day. But you do have to be inside the coaching community. It's only $1 to join. There is a link up above. But yeah, I'm going quite in depth with this training, not tomorrow, but the next day. Okay. Karen, so just a couple of questions and then I'll finish off. Do you choose rooms with lots of people or in the smaller ones? Depends, Karen. You can jump in and out of a room. It's more about the topic and who's in there. A smaller room doesn't mean it's not valuable. A smaller room can be people like myself and my entrepreneur friends. Like, we're moderating rooms once a week. And, you know, there's a few people in there, but they're not big rooms. But we are sharing a lot of knowledge. Like, you guys that are already on Clubhouse listening in my room once a week, well, it's not just my room, other friends of my entrepreneurial friends, we are giving away amazing content for free. So smaller rooms on the right topic, and you're going to have a lot of people doing that on Clubhouse. A lot of people are going to be growing their network on Clubhouse. So they're giving out awesome free information. So small, it doesn't necessarily mean bigger rooms are the best. Smaller rooms, you can find amazing, amazing content. Okay, well done, Crystal, for taking notes. So it's not on Android yet. I found a tip app with that picture, but not the app. So maybe you joined onto this live late, Stephanie. It's not on Android yet, but you want to keep learning and listening to trainings like this that I'm sharing with you. So as soon as you get access to it, you're on it, your interests are set, your bio's set, you know how to use it, and you're on and you're going. Okay, but not yet for Android. Yes, that's right, Beth. Yeah, okay, thanks, girls, for answering Steph's question there. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I've talked long enough. Those of you in round 21 of my Build Your Brand course, we're on live in 20 minutes time. Can't wait to get stuck in working with you guys to build your brands over the next few weeks, and I'll see the rest of you tomorrow at the normal time with Ed. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Share it with the other video challenges so we can celebrate Ed and you can hear what he has to say about his experience and live video in general. Okay, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully this was a little bit useful for some of you and give you a little bit of a kick up the behind if you're avoiding Clubhouse. Okay, see you guys.